say I hate for your fan. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I didn't know I gave you permission.
That's okay, Molly. You can tell me after. Hi, Symphony. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. So we talked to each other, I want to say it was 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
How have you been doing since then?
I've been doing okay. So my sister is officially moved in. I was able to get her room like all set and like cute and like to her liking and her desire. I feel like we are definitely in an adjustment period, just like trying to like get to the flow of things. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but she doesn't drive. She doesn't have her license. So with that, like making sure that she's getting to school, making sure that she's getting home from practice has been like an adjustment as well. But at the same time, like she's old enough where like she has friends who drive, so it's not like the end of the world. One of her close friends lives actually close to me, so she picks her up and takes her to school. So for the most part, like it's just trying to figure out the practices of it all. I would say that's been like the most like overwhelming so far is just trying to figure out um like the schedule of it all.
Right.
So that has been kind of overwhelming, just trying to navigate that and like make sure that I'm still maintaining all the like all the commitments that I had prior to knowing that she was coming. Obviously, my schedule will adjust and change, but for right now, like I still have commitments that I have to do. So that has been overwhelming. But I mean, other than that, things have been fine.
Well, it sounds like there has been a huge adjustment in your household. So I'm glad to hear that you guys kind of figured out the transportation situation. Now remind me, you said your sister is in high school.
Hmm.
Okay, and it's her senior year?
Hmm.
Okay, so I don't think we talked about it last time. What were the plans for after she graduated high school?
So she's going to go to college. She's already applied to like all of the universities that she wants to. She's just waiting on her acceptance letters. So like I'm not like worried about like I don't think she'll like be with me long. That sounds bad, like to be worried about it. But she does play sports, so if she gets like a track or volleyball scholarship, then she'll be leaving early.
That'd be fabulous. So this is a
Yeah.
short-term living situation.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, yeah, I don't think we discussed that last time, but happy to hear. When is graduation? Is she a senior?
Yeah, so she'll be graduating at the end of May.
Okay, so she won't be living with you for much longer then.
No.
Okay. Now, I know we did talk a little bit about some goal setting when you were talking about having your sister move in. I'm just gonna go over what those goals were with you really quick. You were to get her room together, which you said you
Mhm.
did, and you said you got it to her liking. So that's wonderful that you did that. And then the next one we discussed was setting 3 boundaries with your sister. How did that go?
So I definitely did not set three boundaries.
Okay.
I set one and I feel like I've done a good job at enforcing it, but I just didn't know, like I just didn't want her to like come into a whole bunch of like different like rules, I guess, and it be like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. Not that I would have come up with like super strict boundaries, but I feel like we're still like testing those waters. So I don't want to be like, no, 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 no. And it's not even something like that was on her mind in a sense, I guess. But then like on the other hand, I guess it's like you don't know what they know or like what they'll try. So you might as well just like lay it all out.
Mhm.
But I was very like adamant about like my toiletries, like my perfumes, my skincare, my makeup. That's off limits. Like body soaps, body lotions, like that stuff is fine, obviously. But like the things that are like specific to my like skin regimen are like
Right.
off limits. The things that are like for my body, like that's for me, I guess. So like you can ask if you want. The answer will probably be no, but the strict boundary is like, please definitely like don't take without asking. Like we have separate bathrooms. You shouldn't be coming into my bathroom to like take off of my counter.
I think that's a great boundary. And I appreciate that you recognize that you didn't want to overwhelm her. And so you kind of just gave her one simple boundary. And then how did she receive that when you gave that boundary to her?
I mean, I feel like she received it well. If she didn't like show it or say anything. She kind of just like, okay, you know. But it could be because she has like a lot of her own stuff. Like our
Right.
mom isn't like she should have everything that she wants or needs. So there wouldn't necessarily be a reason for her to like come and take my things anyways.
Okay.
So I do feel like that probably does play a part into it. And like obviously when she starts to run out of things, I will replenish them. So then that shouldn't really be an excuse either. So I don't even feel like it was necessarily a boundary that I needed to set after she like unpacked and everything, but I am still glad that I like did set it because that's important.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful that you did that. I do recall you brought up you were feeling a little anxious about if things were happening with her behavior and you were going to be the one that had to step in.
Yeah.
We kind of discussed having her speak to your mother instead of coming to you. Did that come up at all in conversation?
Not yet. I mean, we did talk about like discipline, and that is definitely something that my mom will handle. And then I think as sisters, we have like an unspoken understanding anyways that like I'm obviously not gonna like run and tell mom whenever it's like something insane. Like unless it's something insane where it's like technically I don't have legal guardianship over you. So
Right.
like when it's instances where your guardian needs to be there, obviously mom has to be there. She has to know.
Mhm.
So like we did discuss that. I feel like that she received that um fairly well. She wasn't like offended by it or anything more so just like, well, I don't get in trouble, so that shouldn't be a so I feel like it's fine.
Okay. And then our third goal that we had set together was when you started to feel a little overwhelmed, you were going to just go and meditate for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's been working out really well. I feel like it's allowed me to like just recenter and calm myself down. I feel like I've been going longer than 5 minutes
Oh, good.
simply because it's just like by the time I get to minute 4, that's when I finally start to lock in. So it's like really you haven't been meditating for 5 minutes. You've been meditating for 1 minute by the time you get to 5 minutes. So
Right.
like really now I'm meditating for 10 minutes, but again, it's really only been like 5 or 6 minutes. But I do feel like I've gotten better at like slowing my brain down faster, like from spiraling into
Okay.
that anxious mindset.
So would you say that you're able to recognize those feelings when they're starting to overwhelm you a little bit and you're able
Yeah.
to kind of go and reset?
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, so now, Symphony, I know when we started talking, you were concerned about these feelings of anxiety and the what ifs, and it was overwhelming you. But it sounds like you've been doing really well with managing those feelings.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so given how much better things have been going for you these last couple of months, how does it sound to you to maybe cut back on weekly sessions and maybe doing every other week or even once a month? What are you comfortable with?
I think for right now, sessions every other week would be okay.
Okay.
Just because like now that she's here with me, um, like I just like am anxious about like other things arising.
Of course.
So definitely I think like every other week would I would be okay with that.
Okay. And if you feel like you maybe want to meet weekly still, we can still do that. It's just the natural progression in counseling And it sounds to me like you're doing a lot better and you're in a healthier space. So it's up to you if you think every other week would be okay. If not, we can still continue doing weekly until you feel more comfortable while your sister's still living with you.
Um, I think every other week is okay. Just because that meditation with like being overwhelmed helps me like recenter myself.
Yeah.
And like you did help me like kind of have that confidence to like enforce boundaries. So
Okay.
it's not like I'm scared to enforce boundaries with her. I just didn't want to overwhelm her in that moment. So I do think that like I'm okay in that sense.
Yeah.
I think it's just like when and if things come up between like within this next month, it would, kind of just be like, oh, well, like I have a session next week anyway. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're comfortable with doing every other week, then we can definitely do that and start working towards kind of wrapping up everything that we've started together. How
okay.
does that make you feel when I say that?
Um, I think I feel okay about it. It doesn't feel like daunting or anything like that.
Okay, that's great news. And if in the future you start to feel like maybe you're slipping and you need to add in more sessions or you need to come back, you always can do that. I just like to bring up when I see progress in my clients. And so I've seen a lot of progress with you, and it sounds like you're handling all your stress very well. So I just wanted to plant that seed with you and see where your head was at.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about today?
No, I think because things are going like pretty good right now, I'm pretty okay. So yeah, I think I'm good for right now.
Okay, so are you okay with scheduling a couple weeks away from now, or do you want to do one more next week?
No, I think we could schedule a couple weeks from now. That'd be fine.
Okay, and now if anything were to come up and overwhelm you, how would you deal with it?
I think just like stepping away from like that room that I'm in where I'm having that feeling to be able to step into another room to then meditate and center myself is like the first step. And I know that it's like not always healthy to like leave the environment that you're in or like leave the room that you're in, but just like distancing myself from the thing that's causing me angst to then center myself, I think would be like my first step.
I think that's a great step to do, to just remove yourself from the room. And I think it's actually pretty healthy if you just distance yourself for the moment, if you need to take a breather. So, okay. All right, Symphony. Well, it was great to see you today, and I will get you scheduled for a couple weeks from now.
Awesome. Thank you so
Have a
much.
good day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, how was that?
That was good.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I don't feel like there were any like I feel like you did really good at like addressing everything and then like reviewing it with me and asking me like how doing those things like made me feel. Or like when we talked about the boundaries and
Mhm.
I told you like, oh, I didn't do three, like I only did one. You didn't like shame me for not like
Told you.
for not like following through with it. Like you should have done three or that what you know what I mean? Like so
Right.
I think you did like a really good job. And you introduced termination well.
Okay.
Like and continuing to ask me like, are you sure we don't have to go to every other week if you're not there yet? I think that was really good. So
Okay. I was kind of because we didn't have class, so I wasn't really sure like how to do it. So I was
yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah, but I think you did a good job
Okay.
introducing it for sure. Yeah.
You?
It
Well,
was it was like really smooth too, like just like an overall comment. Like there wasn't a lot of like, not that delay is always a bad thing, but
right.
um you seemed very confident in like what you were saying. So that was good.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording. Okay. Now, what were you saying